Hi, everyone. It's Garen Cohn with American Warrior Radio. So glad you joined us today. Please like and subscribe to American Warrior Radio and share this information. It's how we're going to improve the lives of past and present military members and their families. Well, I am privileged and blessed again to have this wonderful man. He's such an expert in mental health. Dr. Scott Fairchild, retired Lieutenant Colonel from the Army. We've been going through this series about new methods and devices that can improve the lives of our combat warriors. We got another one that we want to talk about because you yourself have undergone this treatment through Project 22. Tell us about it.
It's amazing, and I personally experienced it. It's an opportunity to go down to the 22 Project and participate. They pay for your airfare, they pay for your hotel.
You have to be a PTSD vet.
Yep, they get a lot of donations. They have
post 9/11, I believe.
Correct. They get a lot of donations from a lot of organizations that allow them to do this. And as Dr. O'Leary, Colonel O'Leary, we've talked about in previous sections, said, they're doing God's work. They're doing God's work down there, and they are an amazing group. In fact, when I was down there, I had the opportunity to meet an aviator who probably flew one of the little birds for special ops, and he actually crashed it and was declared deceased. They resuscitated him, and he had a lot of problems getting around and moving around.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. And so he is one of the few people in the United States, got a chance to meet him, who has a Neuralink implant in his brain that allows him to move around and function.
Amazing technology, but this is something different that's maybe a lot more accessible, and even I have gone through it. Tell us about
So he's come down to the hyperbaric treatment at the 22 Project in Delray Beach. You can find them online. He's come down there, and when he got into the program, he had difficulty speaking, maybe one or two words at a time. When we were down there for graduation. He was graduating, and he gave a nice speech. It was fluent. He focused. He told a few jokes. He said, I was a darn good pilot, but I wasn't always so good at landing. So
HBOT.
HBOT, hyperbaric oxygen treatment. Why would we want to get oxygen in our body? We know that we use oxygen a lot, and sometimes the brain gets a little bit sleepy. And we do SPECT imaging.
Is that why we yawn?
Oh, yes. Yeah, okay. All of that. We do SPECT imaging, a single photon emission computed tomography. It gets pretty pictures of the brain. It shows us where the brain is working too hard, where the brain's not working hard enough, and where the brain's working just right, like Goldilocks said. The porridge is just right. It shows us that, and I have personally seen my SPECT images improve in just 10 sessions of hyperbaric oxygen treatment.
Dr. Fairchild personally attests. This isn't anecdotal.
There was a period of time, and I'll be very honest and share, there was a period of time between November and January a year ago when I just kind of stopped practicing because I couldn't focus. I couldn't concentrate. Sometimes had trouble remembering patients' names. After going through the hyperbaric oxygen treatment, my processing speed improved. There are certain tests that measure it. And before the hyperbaric, I was getting a 5.571, whatever that is, milliseconds or whatever it might be. But I was 571 outside the normal range of brain processing speed. After 10 sessions of hyperbaric, it dropped to 411, which was within normal limits. And I could notice the difference. The improved focusing, improved concentration, improved memory. I wasn't sitting around saying, what's that name of that restaurant? And where is it? Improved in all areas. Now, there are several ways in which you can get hyperbaric. So the 22 Project is one, but a lot of people can't get away from work for a month to go down there. If you get hyperbaric individual sessions down in Delray Beach outside of their program, it's going to cost you about $400 a session. It's very expensive, very expensive. We are blessed here to have Brevard Regional Hyperbaric Center, who does hyperbaric in their chamber down there. Now, the difference is there's individual chambers down in the 22 Project. You're getting 100% oxygen. Your whole body's getting 100% oxygen under pressure. So oxygen...
It's like diving.
Exactly. They're dives. And 2 atmospheres, 1.5 to 2 atmospheres. And what that pressure does with the oxygen is it forces it into those brain cells that I say are sleeping. They've gotten lazy. They're chilling. And all of a sudden they wake up and you're functioning again. So you can use that individual chamber down in the 22 Project where the The project is free, and you talk to Ashley down there and get on the waiting list.
Wonderful woman.
Get on the waiting list. Or you can go down to Brevard Regional Hyperbaric, where they have a huge chamber about the size of a space shuttle.
Airliner, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just sit there?
They can take 7 or 8, 9 people at once. You sit there and you put a clear plastic headpiece on that concentrates the oxygen on your brain. And they largely do that so you don't have to oxygenate the entire chamber, which could be a risk with pressurized oxygen. So you put on the hat, the clear plastic hat, if you will, over your head. The brain, the chamber the pressure is increased to 2 atmospheres. The pressure of that on you don't feel any pressure, but the oxygen is pumped in and you're breathing it, and your brain is healing all along. You can go through 10 sessions. They are $150 each compared to $400 down South Florida. And you buy them in lots of 10. So $1,500. And I noticed a lot of difference in just 10 treatments. They'll probably recommend 20, but I noticed a significant difference in 10. I did 10 before going down to Project 22, the 22 project, and I did 10 after the 22 project.
Is the effect long lasting, or do you need to get boosters?
It is a long-lasting effect. I've noticed. I have noticed some improvement since I've had the other treatment, but it's probably taking me to another level of improvement. My wife had a neck injury of her spinal cord, and it takes 6 months to a year to heal. She had numbness down the left side of her body. She participated in 10 sessions of the hyperbaric oxygen treatment. Of course, we throw everything at it. We threw the tax stim at it too. And in one session, she went from a numbness of 8 down to a numbness of 2 in her left arm, which is remarkable results. And so we threw everything at it: massage, tax stim, and hyperbaric, and she's improving much more rapidly. Sees the neurologist next week to report that, and hopefully will continue to improve until it's completely healed.
And we talked about the cutting edge things such as the tax stim and the ETMS. HBOT has been around a long time, yes, particularly if a diver is experiencing the bends, they're going to go through HBOT. So it's been around a long time. We're just learning more how to focus it and derive the best result for each person.
Exactly. And, it was primarily used here at this clinic, at the Brevard Regional Hyperbaric Clinic. It was primarily used for treatment of wound care and diabetes. It's used for that, and it's approved for that under Medicare. It's not yet approved for the brain treatments. That's why the $150 per session. But they have increased their number of what they call neurodives to twice a day. And Dr. Tyler Sexton is an amazing individual who just bought that clinic. He was born with cerebral palsy and told he would never walk. The medical schools here didn't accept him. He went to a foreign medical school. He did an internship and a residency here, which he did fantastic. And he came to us in Brevard from being the chief of pediatrics at a hospital in Mississippi. And he has donated hyperbaric chambers to Grenada, India, other places. He's a very caring individual. And, one morning we talked to him from Grenada by video. And that morning it was 11 o'clock and he had already taken care of 200 children.
Wow. Amazing.
He's an amazing individual who likes to give.
One of my heroes for sure.
He is. He's amazing. So these resources are available to you, and contact us. We're going to put all of that information at the end of these videos so that you have the emails, you have the websites. And if all else fails, give us a call at Baytree Behavioral Health, 321-253-8887. We'll answer your questions on your road to recovery.
Get you plugged in. Listen, it's Garen Cohn with American Warrior Radio with one of my heroes, Dr. Scott Fairchild, bringing you the latest and greatest in helping us achieve a more healthful life.
Yes, exactly. We're the team.
Thank you, brother, man.
We're the team, brother.
Don't forget, thank a vet.